not being punished enough. But what is the other part where activists and people who are genuinely working towards it are still failing? Is there still a gap that we've not covered?
Okay, several things. One is that I have spent the last 25 years working to empower women. Women are much more empowered today because of the efforts of so many activists and so many amazing women who are in the field. But nobody has worked on the men. And I think that's where we need to be doing. That's number one. Number two is that, behavior change is a long process. The attitudes and mindsets that we have are a result of 8,000 years of patriarchy. 8,000 years of being measured according to and found deficient of the same attributes that a man has. Most of us, because of something as basic as funding, do not have the possibility of working over a sustained period of time with the same group of people so that not only attitudes change but behavior changes. And I hope that I will get the funding for a project that I am doing, which is to take 20 colleges in Ahmedabad city as a pilot for 3 years and to work consistently going in through the arts, but then working on behavior, on language, on trying to understand what people your age understand, in trying to draw the lines between the dots so that people understand that, yes, I thought this was completely innocuous, but it's because of this that this happens, and the girl child gets aborted. These dots are not connected. And there are no conversations happening that connect them. So we are hoping that by working with the same group of people over a 3-year period, making them into agents of change, will actually change the situation. So that if out of this group of people, I can convince 50 of you to say, we are going to go home today or whenever our next vacation is, and we are going to talk to our parents about the whole dowry situation. Many of you come from families where officially no dowry is paid, but where they say, yeah, but in our community we always entertain a barat for 5 days, and yes, there'll be 500 people coming and we put them up in 5-star hotels. What is that if not dowry? Dowry is not whether you pay cash or jewelry. Dowry primarily is the huge financial pressure that parents feel when they have a girl. And that is the one single biggest reason why girls are unwanted. So can we change that? Can we actually unloop that because we now know that that is it? Can we start talking to our parents just now so that it's not when the marriage is about to happen that we go into this whole conflagration of this issue? And this is the process, and I am certain with the work that I have done and the experience of the young people who have changed their minds, that if we can get this project out, we will have a template that can go across the country and actually change this age group. Because if we change this age group, in the next 10 years our country is changed. So help me. Last one, I think we have 4:30.
Ma'am, you spoke about women against women, especially in the context of treatment of daughter-in-laws from their mother-in-law. So typically we get to see, personally I have seen two set of mother-in-laws. One set who are a very traditional ones who cling on to their sons and are in open against their daughter-in-law. And second category belongs who are social activists who are on who does performing arts like yourself. But internally even they have that traditional demean their daughter-in-law. So who is more worse? I mean, if I have to say.
Well, obviously the Hindu one is more dangerous. No, but this is what I mean, that you scratch the surface and so many very liberated men and women have exactly the same kind of attitudes, just under the surface. It's not even, you don't even have to dig very deep. I mean, how many men have I known who very, very genially say, I am very, very liberated. I allow my wife to do whatever she wants. Hello, who the hell are you to allow? Does your wife say, I allow my husband to go to work? And the wife will very happily be basking in this glory and say, my husband, मेरा husband तो बहुत liberated है, वो तो मुझे सब allow करता है. So we have to catch ourselves. I think the first thing we need to do is go into become observers of our own language and our own attitude and our own behavior. Because it's very deep. And you'll always find one more thing that you need to change. So yes, it's a constant process, but I think the process of change has to go with asking yourself whether you are being liberated, whether you have thrown off those layers and layers and layers of patriarchy. Because only then will you be able to change. Okay? Thank you for being a wonderful audience.